And there is some very naughty graffiti on the wall. Sounds like a couple over there is having a little bit of an argument. Should we eavesdrop on that couple? We're gonna walk right by this guy, and I'm not gonna say anything, okay? Listen real hard. Listen closely. These people over here are having a sword fight, and you're supposed to chew this for 10 to 15 seconds and then swallow it. It smells like something you should not eat. It smells more like something you should clean your bathroom with. Oh. There are some Norwegians behind me that would like to try this shark.
You do first.
In today's English lesson, you are going to walk with me towards the downtown part of Reykjavik, Iceland. And of course, I'll teach some English along the way. But I just arrived. Let's take a look at these flowers. It's pretty early in the morning, maybe 8 o'clock. And the street wasn't too busy, so I thought I could teach a little English. But now, since I started the camera, there are more people. But let's take a look at these buildings. Very colorful. I'm trying to get some breakfast and trying not to get arrested for filming in a neighborhood. I'm not sure how the people of Iceland feel about this. I guess we'll find out. But there is a very iconic church here in Reykjavik, and I'm just seeing the first glimpse of it now. I'm sure we will make our way there eventually, and I'm sure I will not be able to pronounce it, at least not without some help, because take a look at this. This is the name of the street I'm on. I mean, there's a letter in there, kind of looks like an O, but it's not an O. And also, I don't know how the vehicles feel about pedestrians, the cars here. Are they going to hit me if I cross the street? Where I live, the vehicles or the cars, they have to stop for pedestrians. We'll find out the first time I cross the street here. But I accidentally hit the button to stop the camera. I didn't want to do that. I didn't get any sleep on my flight. Oh, I think we got a good picture of this right here. I mean, come on, that looks like Iceland right there. I got another street sign I can't pronounce. But I am trying to find, a little cafe. I found it actually. It's right here. It's very famous for some fermented shark. Supposedly the world's worst food. There is a little scooter here. If you have seen any of my videos from Kentucky, I did take a scooter, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to take a scooter here in Iceland. There's a crosswalk here. Let's take a look at the crosswalks. I'm gonna go check out that cafe, see if I can get some breakfast there, maybe film a little, maybe not, but this definitely looks like the center of Reykjavik.
Later.
Hallgrímskirkja. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's a little bit later than when I last filmed, and in fact it's a lot later. It is 9:23 p.m. It's at night, and the sun is still shining, but I would like to show you this church here. Hallgrímskirkja, I think, is how you say it in Icelandic, and I guess that's how you say it in English too. But the sun hasn't been out all day, and it's shining right on the church, so I think it's going to be pretty beautiful. I've walked past this place a few times, and there is some very naughty graffiti on the wall. I'm not going to show you. You have to be pretty quick. It's over there, but like really, really naughty, with pictures and everything. Pictures of certain male body parts. Let's just leave it at that. There are still quite a few tourists out. It's a pretty nice night, a little brisk, just a little chilly. It's about 52 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, I think if we walk over here a little bit, we will get a really good view of the church. Now, this might be a little controversial. You may say in the chat, why are you going to a church? But during this trip to Europe, I think I'm going to a church. Well, I know I am. There's one right behind me. But I think when I go to Warsaw, we will go to a Jewish part of the city. And when I go to Istanbul, we will be visiting a mosque. So as long as you are nice, I don't care what religion you are. But already I've gotten a few comments when I mentioned that I was going to Turkey. It was only a couple, but why are you going to that Muslim country? Hey, I have friends who are Muslims. I have friends who are Christians, and I have friends who are Jews. So again, I don't care what religion you are, just as long as you are a nice person. If I ever visit India, well, we'll see some Hindis, okay? Look at this, let's go. Whole view of the church here. Now it took 40 years to build this, and it was finished sometime in the 1980s. I'll write up the year here. And on this other side, let's see if we can see it, there is a statue to Leif Erikson. Maybe we'll go on the other side. All right, sounds like a couple over there is having a little bit of an argument, so maybe we'll come over here. But that said, that Leif Erikson, famous guy from Iceland, founded or discovered the United States. Now, more controversy in this English lesson. In school, I'm old, I learned that Christopher Columbus discovered the United States. Now, if you ask most Americans, they will say, well, there were Native Americans, there were indigenous people living in the United States before Columbus came. But should we eavesdrop on that couple? I don't think my microphone picked it up, but he was mansplaining to his girlfriend or his wife. He was explaining, well, I did say eavesdropping. That is when you listen to people, you hear their conversation, and you probably shouldn't. Let's go. Leif Erikson right here. Mansplaining is a bit difficult. Only men can do it. And it's like when they tell things to a woman, it's like they're teaching an adult woman. Yeah, it's not a good thing, but we'll walk by. We'll take a look at some of the tourists, and we'll walk by and see if he is still mansplaining. Lots of selfies. Reminds me a lot of Christ the Redeemer. Yeah, he still is. Those two people over there. Mansplaining. All right, let's take a look at these flowers. I wish Bob the Canadian was here. He knows flowers a lot better than I do. I would say that these are tulips. I would say that's what we call them in English. I think they are the national flower of the Netherlands. So we're gonna walk right by this guy, and I'm not gonna say anything, okay? Listen real hard. Listen closely.
You kind of pinpoint the news you like and then choose to believe.
Look, that's I guess it's a stem.
Oh yeah, they're having an argument. I don't want to be any part of that. Now we can go inside, not now, but I think you can go to the top. You have to pay a little extra money to do that, but tomorrow I might do that. Oh, these people over here are having a sword fight, just like some real Vikings. Maybe that is popular here too. Sword fighting. All right, enough for tonight, but I will see you tomorrow. This English lesson will continue in another part of the city.
2,000 years later.
It is early the next morning. The sun is shining. The weather report was not accurate, but my stomach is growling. Do you know that term in English? I'm hungry. You can actually hear my stomach making noises. So my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. And right over in this Cafe Loki, I visited, walked by it yesterday. They serve something that Iceland is famous for, and that is Hákarl. It's fermented shark. It was voted the world's worst food. So I'm going to have that for breakfast, but I don't want to do it on an empty stomach. Do you know that term? It's another way to say that you haven't eaten breakfast, or yeah, I think we only use it in the morning. So I don't want to eat that fermented shark on an empty stomach, and it's a little expensive, and I'm a little cheap. So I'm going to get a pastry or something, and probably an energy drink. Then we'll come back and try this food that has been voted the world's worst. We're here, back at the Cafe Loki. I tried to go to the convenience store that I've been going to for the past couple days, but they were closed. So I'm back here. I got some authentic Icelandic food here. This first thing, it's a type of yogurt called skyr. So I will try that first. I think there's some like brown sugar on here that I can put. So I'm not worried about trying the skyr. It's just like really thick yogurt. It's the shark. And they also gave me a shot of alcohol. I've never drank alcohol on the channel, but I guess there's no time like today after trying some fermented shark. Now this stuff, this yogurt, this skyr, it's actually really good. Maybe the best yogurt I've had. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this shark. It's fermented, and usually like alcohol is fermented. It's a process that food goes through. And this is Greenland shark. Do you know the country of Greenland? I think it's almost like Iceland, only there's more ice in Greenland. And I've heard the locals don't eat this anymore. The shark is buried under the ground for a few months, and then it's hung to dry for a few more months, because if you ate the shark right when you killed it, it's toxic, which is another way to say it would kill you. I don't think I have to worry about this killing me today. I just think I have to worry about it being gross. Now they've given me cubes. I have 4 cubes of this. I will not finish it. I'm going to just do 1 cube. And you're supposed to chew this for 10 to 15 seconds and then swallow it. It smells like something you should not eat. It smells more like something you should clean your bathroom with. There is ammonia, or at least there is an ammonia smell to this, but it does not smell like food. Now, after chewing for 10 to 15 seconds, you are supposed to take a shot of this, which is Brennivin. I think it's pronounced Brennivin. It's a Icelandic alcohol. All right, down the hatch. It's a term you can use when you're going to eat something. I hope I don't gag. Gag would be like almost throwing up. Be strong, Brent. Be strong. All right. I don't want to try it again. I'll leave those 3 cubes for somebody else. But as far as like wanting to gag, no. It's not good by any means. It's not good. But it's not bad. It's not food though. But I think there's a lot of hype around it. It smells worse than it tastes, actually. And I probably didn't chew it for the 10 to 15 seconds. Maybe I cheated a little bit. But I think 1 cube is enough. I got a piece of it stuck in between my teeth. All right, that's done. On to something better. For lunch, we are going to have hot dogs. Where are you guys from?
Norway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We just got here last night, so.
Oh, very nice. So there are some Norwegians behind me that would like to try this shark. So I would love to get that on camera. They said I could. I have 3 cubes left, and there are 2 of them.
Oh my gosh.
You should be, yeah. Would you like to say your name, by the way? You're from Norway, and...
Yeah, my name is Ita.
Okay.
My name is
All right, Norway.
So do you want to do the big one or the small one? Okay, you do it first.
And they said choose 10 to 15
Shoot.
seconds, which I didn't do it. Not good. There's 1 more cube, there's 3, so there's...
Did you swallow it? Oh, good job.
You may want to chase it with some beverage there. I teach English, so when you have something really
Good job,
bad,
though.
it might feel better if you chase it with some liquid. Nicely
Yeah,
done.
I'm gonna try. Oh, it looks like it smells horrible.
It doesn't smell like you should clean with it. Like you could clean your windows with it.
Yeah, she's not here, she's
Still chewing.
Oh gosh. That's brave though.
It didn't taste that much. It tastes like, I don't know what the word in English is, salmiak. It's the kind of thing that you do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it... Did you want the last one?
No. You're gonna do it again?
But I think it smells worse than it tastes.
It was special.
Yeah, but at least you can say you tried it. And you tried it on camera.
Not my favorite thing to do though, but thank you.
No, thank
Probably
you.
couldn't refuse the offer because it was on my list, but I was like, am I gonna do it or am I not gonna do it?
Well, you did it. And I took the shot after.
Yeah.
And I mean, it kind of helped, I guess, but I think orange. And you guys haven't drank anything yet after it. Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
She like told me before we leave Iceland we have to
Yeah, and he was like, no way, but now I think he felt the pressure.
Good.
I think he was very brave.
Yeah. Okay, we're back here at the church, and I've heard that you can pay a little extra money and go up to the top, so let's try to do that. Up there is the famous church we just came from, and behind me is another famous landmark in Reykjavik. It's called Rainbow Street. Lots of tourists, but let's take a walk down it and talk about it a little bit. Yeah, this place is usually crawling with tourists, but it looks like it's just me and a couple people down there. I'm probably ruining their shot. But this street was first painted in 2015 to recognize anyone who might be of the LGBTQ community. Basically, anyone who might be gay or have a family member who is gay. And I am filming this during Pride Month. I don't know if that is all around the world, but in the United States, some people take that month to recognize people who are of the gay community. I'm not in Brazil anymore, but they do have acai bowls here. I'm sure the ones in Brazil are better. I'm sure the shark is better here in Iceland. And now for the part I've been waiting for, what I've found to be the best hot dog in the world. Now, normally I don't eat hot dogs. In fact, this is made from a meat that I don't eat very often, and that is lamb. There's also a little bit of pork. There's also a little bit of beef, but the bun is nice and soft. I think they steamed this bun. It's almost like boiling, but without getting the bread wet. You know, like after you take a shower in the bathroom, at least a hot shower, there's a lot of steam. And there are 5 different toppings. Underneath, you can't see, but there are 2 types of onions, a crunchy onion and a raw onion, which means it hasn't been cooked. There's also ketchup, a type of mustard, and a mayonnaise that is kind of like a relish. And if you look at the tables around here, you know they are serious about their hot dogs. It is early for lunch. It's about 10 o'clock on a Saturday, maybe too early for the birds because there are often birds around here trying to take people's hot dogs. They even have a fake owl at the top of the hot dog stand to scare away those birds, but most of the time it doesn't work. In fact, when I was here yesterday, there were actually some people feeding the birds, which caused more birds to come. All right, let's dig in. You may know I hate eating on camera. Hopefully I don't have any crumbs on my mouth, but there is a nice casing around the meat, which gives it a little bite. So good. Best hot dog in the world. Oh yeah, he's eyeing my hot dog. That's another way to say he's looking at it and he wants it. Well, I'm going to finish my hot dog. I hope you have enjoyed this little look around Reykjavik. Hopefully your English is a little better. If you're looking for more English, take a look at this video. It's when I came here to Iceland. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.